Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, September 7th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I bring my attention to the present moment. And as I sat down looking at the astro, to be fair, looking from the present moment forward, from the backyardigans, and a lot of people used it in like TikToks and stuff, but where they sing into the thick of it. Into the thick of it, here we go. We have some interesting astro energies working us. It's always interesting. It's always interesting to me because sometimes I don't necessarily understand the advice. It's not that I don't understand the advice, but like, why is this coming now? And the last 2 days now make much more sense as I'm looking ahead. So as I'm looking ahead, we have a new moon building over the next week. We'll have a new moon next Thursday, finishing up this Mercury retrograde. And we have a very interesting energy. So Eris is an asteroid that has become more popular in recent years. Eris is the goddess of, I believe, chaos and discord. And that's the thing. And this is where I always go with the Eris energy. We all have some layer of discord within us. In fact, truly, in the world that we live in right now, as a human, unless you've found your way to enlightenment, it wouldn't make sense for you to be here and be like, yes, I am totally at peace with this chaos that's unfolding. Of course you have discord in you. Of course I have discord in me. This is not an easy Earth School time right now. So while some astrologers can point fingers outside to discord out there. Thank you to Joe and the squeaky door. Discord out there. That's not what's important so much. That is chaos, for sure. Yes, stay up to date. Pay attention to the present. And yet, notice what is bubbling up in you. What is that discord? Because that is what you can shift. That is where you can find places to bring balance and centering and peace and beingness and healing. And so, as the North Node over the next couple weeks, especially as we go into this dark of the moon and finish up the shenanigans of Mercury retrograde, watch for where these little, it doesn't even have to be something that lasts all that long, but these little puppets of discord come up in you and you're like, oh, there's the thing. Now, it's so interesting how the astro works, right? So we have the North Node working towards Eris. They're at the same degree. It's just getting close. And I think with some of the more minor asteroids, really is in those close moments that we start to feel. But we also have the South Node pulling on it, and that's that Libra energy. And that Libra energy is trying to help us find that internal balance, that internal harmony, work that relationship with ourselves ultimately. So this is a very healing energy overall. If you can be aware and stop worrying so much about that discord, because that's going to just continue and probably increase a little bit, but rather look and see how it unfolds for you. And how are you called to approach it? How are you called to bring it back to the Virgo energy, to be present in and for this energy? Now, besides that, we have the moon today finishing up in Gemini. How has your mind been? Where has your mind been? And it's kind of a quieter astro day besides building into the thick of it. We have the moon connecting to Neptune. Watch for the illusions. Watch for the illusions of discord. And again, even the illusions of discord, what is that bringing up in you? So, notice. Besides that, like, oh, do we have a fast-moving yod? No. Like looking. The moon will connect to Pluto. Watch later in the day where your mind starts going. And if you feel like you lose power over how it's unfolding, and then the moon moves into Cancer. So between Sun and Virgo, Moon and Cancer energy, we're definitely going to wait for the discord. Go ahead. There's a door right there. So thank you for caring. We are going to. Do you hear the crickets? They are not discordant. We are going to increase our need for the nurturing vibe. Watching the cats be like, hey, can we run out the door and bring discord? Like, what chaos can we bring? Which means I really need to wrap this up. Moon and Cancer, sensitivity and nurturing needed over the next few days. Very gentle with your feelings. Watch your inner critic. Let's look at these cards. Oof. Watch for the illusions. The illusions especially. I think that there are so many in this world that like are just kind of coming up to show us our triggers, to show us the place where we've been holding ourselves outside of ourselves and need to get deeper in. Harmony in reverse. Please don't go outside, Wolf. Harmony in reverse. That would not be very harmonious. Finding that balance between your head and your heart. That goes hand in hand with that emotional energy. Now, the moon's not going to move until later, but just hold space. Hold space for the mind and the emotional energy. Comparison. I think this is one of the biggest discord makers, especially with social media being so big right now. Comparing ourselves, where we're at, how it looks. So watch for that. And watch for you comparing your apparent discord to other people's apparent discord. I promise you, I talked to so many people. Like, she's doubling down on it. Everybody has a place of discordant energy. Finally, no compromise. It is the compromise card. But it's a card that always reminds me, don't compromise. Don't compromise your values for the discord out there. I think we compromise our values so much for the discord out there. And then that causes even more. That might even be the root of some of this discordant energy, where you have compromised your truth, your values, yourself. Ooh, yourself. Watch for this in coming days as the North Node and Eris edge closer, closer, closer. So, that is it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are. Namaste.